And hello, movie lovers, and welcome to the show. So today we are going to be doing the Slim Shady LP review. This album is actually turns 25 years old. This is actually the 25th anniversary of the Slim Shady LP. But what better way to actually celebrate the 25th anniversary than to bring my friend Don back? Especially when we ended up having such a good time doing the Eminem, Marshall Mathers LP review that we did a couple of months back. So, without further ado, let's welcome Don to the show and let's do this. I'm excited to have him back. And also, too, this is also part of our intermission episodes, part of the Patreon. So go on ahead, go to patreon.com/movie lovers, TV lovers unite, and let's do this. And hey, Don, welcome to the show. I do appreciate you being here to talk about some Eminem again.
Absolutely, man. Always excited to talk Eminem.
Me
Always.
too. Same here, man. And this for some people, this would actually say this is his third album because of the fact of that first album
Yeah.
that he had out, or no, I would have to say maybe second album.
This is his second album because he had Infinite and then this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right.
And then of course you have the Marshall Mathers LP. Yeah. So this would
Right.
actually be his second album. But for us, for someone that hasn't listened to his first album whenever it first came out or anything, this is our first album. And this is him opening the airwaves. And I just have to say this. I enjoyed re-listening to this over again. I had so much nostalgia listening to it from back in high school. The opening track of the public service announcement, to be honest with you, is just hands down really it's funny as hell. It's just an introduction to what we're gonna be getting from Eminem.
Yeah. Yeah. This album, this album is crazy because Eminem on this album really establishes himself as a great storyteller through rhyme and being able to do it in a song form. He's also one of the funniest people to ever rap. Like, there are very few people that like you can just sit back and but again, it's once you get past all the shock content and all the craziness that he's saying, and you can just take it for what it is, just words on a on a song. It's funny, man. He is hilarious. He's actually a really funny dude.
He definitely is, man. Like the stuff that he comes up with in the other songs, and we'll get into it in a few minutes. But
Sure.
even whenever you have the introduction of the public service announcement,
Yeah.
and you should not be listening to this with shoelaces.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, it's not the views of anybody else's. And it also warns parents basically you shouldn't let your kids be listening to his albums or anything.
Yep.
And I just thought it was a great way to introduce him. And then after that, it goes into track 2, which is my name is. And I remember whenever it first came on, I'm like, what the hell is this? Because the beat is weird. It's totally different. You don't hear this from a rap artist or anything like that, especially in 99.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
But
definitely. I mean, I think what really sold me on this too was the fact that when I first saw this video come out, Dr. Dre was in the video, and everybody was like, "Wait a minute, what is this again?" So it's like nobody really. I don't think anybody really understood Eminem until the second time they watched the video. At least people that cared enough to try to understand Eminem. So yeah, that first time you're just watching this, like, what is happening right now? Like, what the hell is happening right now? Yeah.
especially the word schemes that he comes up with though
Yeah.
in this song too, like for instance, you wind up having I'll stab you with a 9-inch nail,
Yeah.
I'll rip Pamela Lee's tits off and slap her. Oh,
Yeah. So
it's just
hard
so
not to
funny.
close backwards like crisscross. Yeah, it's a great line. Especially at that time. That was kind of at the end of not even end of, but just crisscross was still at least somewhat known at the time. So it was a great reference.
But what stands out for you as far as your favorite lyric for this one?
Oh, favorite lyric in this one. Man, there's so many in this one. I love the alien scheme. I love the teacher scheme. When he's talking about chasing with a stapler, stapled his to a stack of papers. Like just, I love all that stuff. But yeah, the Pamela Lee stuff is funny. Yeah, there's a lot of great ones. Hug myself from the top bunk with a belt. Oh no, my favorite. I think my favorite line from this one is the put a bulletproof vest on and shoot myself in the head.
No.
Yeah, I just the image of that is so funny to me. I just think it's a funny thing. Again, once you get past what he's saying and just kind of realize it's a joke.
Exactly. And then also too, I like this one. Stop the tape. The kid needs to be locked away.
Oh
Get
yeah,
him. Dr. Dre, don't just stand there. Operate. I'm not ready to leave. It's too scary to die. Fuck that. I'll have to be carried inside the cemetery and buried alive.
yeah, yeah.
Then am
Again,
I coming or going? Yeah.
yeah, no, but he's really just like super. Oh man, he's super. The way he plays with words, bury, dig myself up from a grave. Just shit like that, man. The way he can flip a thought on people and make you actually think about what he's saying is really, really crazy.
It really is. And also too, I mean, come on, you can't go wrong with the song. It's taking
No.
jabs at everybody. And this is actually the album that you need to actually just go and take jabs at people to say, hey, look, this is who I am, and this is what you're getting. If you don't like it, I don't care.
Yeah,
Because I have to make
pretty
a
much.
name
Yeah,
for you have to make a name. He was just trying to make a name for himself and a staple for himself because of the fact that he was different and he wanted to stand out from
yeah.
everybody else.
Well, and also he wasn't trying to be like other rappers. Like he wasn't trying to rap about things that he didn't know about, like selling drugs and all that
Right.
other stuff that is in other rap songs. Like he was being himself, and he grew up reading comic books and being he was really he could draw really well, and obviously he's a really good writer. So like he was. He didn't rap about stuff that other rappers rapped about. He rapped about stuff that he was thinking about and the things that he
Going through
knew.
at the time. Right.
Yeah,
And we'll get
yeah,
into the him being bullied and stuff like that in a minute though too, because there's
yeah.
a
That
lot of
comes
stuff.
in. Yeah,
Because that's
yeah,
actually true. He did get bullied, and
yeah. Extraterrestrial running over pedestrians in a spaceship while they're screaming at me. Let's just be friends. just crazy. He's funny, man. He's really super funny. He really is, and like even people that hate this song, I'm like, why? It's funny. It's super funny.
I think some people had to give it a chance just to re-listen to it over and over again just to get it. Because at first, like in '99 and stuff like that, I'm like, I don't know if I like this or not. What did it for me was Role Model by him.
Mm, yeah,
That's what sold me with Eminem with that song
yeah,
alone. And then after that, I went back and did you know, the Slim, you know what I'm talking about. That's whenever I
yes.
went back and re-listened to that first song, and that's whenever I ended up realizing, okay, I need to go back and listen to My Name Is. That way, I
Hmm.
get a good glimpse at who Eminem is. So now
Yeah,
we're gonna go into our track 2,
yes.
and that is none other than track 3. My bad. I always forget the public service announcements 1. Then My Name Is.
Yeah, well, yeah, yeah.
So Guilty Conscience, man. This song
Yeah.
is so wild and crazy to the point where, Dre, I bet Dre in the studio is like, what the hell am I doing? Oh, I could just see him looking at him like,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But it's such a great concept for a song. And at that time, nobody did anything like this for a song. Like this was like definitely out of the box thinking, like um having that angel devil on your shoulder, conscience kind of telling you what to do, going back and forth. And Dre being the good one of them all is the funniest thing of it because at that time, Dre had that sort of, West Coast come from, that, sort of gangster life. So for him to be the good, like the good one on the shoulder is just hilarious. And then obviously Eminem is now we know Eminem is obviously the bad one in that
Right.
situation.
Which I
But
thought that was a cool way to play it, especially whenever he
yeah,
comes from NWA, when Drake comes from the NWA
right.
and now producing and making records and signing M. And now M is actually basically now trying to be the bad guy, and Dre is trying to be the good guy.
Yeah.
So I
Oh yeah.
definitely like that play on it, and the characters that they introduce. Oh my god, Dr. Dre, and Eminem. Here's Eddie. All right,
Yes.
there's now before you walk in the door of the liquor store and try to get money out of the drawer, you better think of the consequences. Who are
Yeah.
you? I'm the motherfucking conscience. That's nonsense. Go in, grapple the money, and run to one of your aunt's cribs and borrow a damn dress and one of her blonde wigs. Can I borrow this? Tell her you need a place to stay. You'll be safe for days if you shave your legs with Renee's razor blades.
Yeah. Again, right there. That last couple lines right there. Tell her you need a place to stay. You'll be safe for days. Shave your legs with Renee's razor. Just the way he plays with words and is able to rhyme for more than just like cat, hat, bat, that. Like he's able to just rhyme. It's insane the way he can put that in multiple lines and rhyme that way.
Right? That wordplay, get with Renee's razor blades.
Yeah,
It,
because it comes back, but it's a sandwich. Renee's razor
right.
blades, like it's a sandwich of rhyming. It's really insane. It's
Then look
really
at then you get into the other character, Stan, and now I like how get introduced to Stan in Guilty Conscience, and then we get him later on with his own song in the Marshall Mathers LP. So I like how
yeah,
he gave him a little bit of a background to him a little bit because Stan, come on, just come in here for a minute. I don't know. Look, damn it. Look, it's gonna be all right. Okay, let me give me a kiss, pull your pants off. Come on.
it's so crazy.
Meet Stan, 21 years old, after meeting a young girl at a rave party. Things are getting hot and heavy in the upstairs bedroom. Once again, his conscience comes into play.
Yeah, I love this. I love this little one. It's the most disturbing thing I've ever heard in my life. I will very well admit that. But it's a crazy little story that he's able to tell. It's a
And the
crazy
crazy thing
little
is,
story.
people were actually doing this in the 90s and
Oh, for
raves and
sure.
stuff,
Oh, this was definitely happening all the time. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, for sure. But
especially when, yeah.
no, yeah, absolutely. It was, yeah.
But
And he
wait,
references the
yeah.
movie Kids, which is another way to kind of, if you know that movie, it's pretty messed up. Pretty messed up. And this is kind of
I
what
never
he's
seen that one.
talking about. Never seen Kid? Oh, definitely. It's a movie, man. It's worth a watch. It's just
Okay.
really crazy.
I have to check that one out because I didn't even know that was even a movie or anything. That was just something that basically he was just rhyming with or something. So I had
No,
no idea that.
it's got Rosario Dawson in it too when she was really young.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. I like Rosie O'Donnell. So
yeah.
uh
But yeah, it's a messed up little story. But again, I think for me, it's getting past what he's saying and being able to just break down the fact that he's able to tell this story the way he does with words and rhyme it, and it is amazing.
and then is there any wordplay that you want to talk about as far as that verse goes, or did you want to go on ahead and talk about the Isley brothers, Mark Avery Grady, and Grady's wife?
Yeah, Grady's wife. Let's get on to Grady's wife because Grady. This is the funniest one I think, or
Yeah,
not
this is
funniest
my
one, but
favorite one.
it's funny.
Meet Grady, a 29-year-old construction
Yeah.
worker. After coming home from a hard day's work, he walks in the door of his trailer park home to find his wife in bed with another man. All right, calm down, relax, stop breathing. Fuck that shit. You just caught the bitch cheating
Yes.
while you're at work. She's with some dude trying to get off. Fucking slit her throat. Get this bitch's head off. Wait, what if there's an explanation for this? What? She tripped, fell, landed on his dick? Shh.
Yeah.
All right, Shady. Maybe he's right, Grady. But think about the baby before you get all crazy. Okay, thought about it. Still want to stab her? Grab her throat? Oh my! This is just bananas.
It is. It is. It is absolutely bananas. But the great line of what she tripped, fell, and landed on his dick. I love that line. I still think it's hilarious.
I still do. I
Yes,
still love that line too.
I still think it's a great line. You're gonna take advice from somebody who slapped D Barnes and then them fighting with each other, going back and forth. Mr. Dre, Mr.
Mr.
NWA, Mr.
NWA.
AK, like just I love that. Like in the video, it's really funny the way they play it out. And then finally Dre just giving in and being like, "Yeah, go ahead and shoot him. It's fine."
You know what, Grady? Forget it. Forget what I said. Go on ahead and kill him. But
Yeah.
I also like how they
But it
played that
also
off.
shows I love this because it shows so in the first story, Dre wins. In the second story, Eminem wins. And in the third story, they both just say, nah, fuck it. You're right. There's nothing really we can do about this one. Sometimes there's no right answer.
Right. Just might as well just do it.
Which again, don't shoot people, please, guys. That's not what we're
No,
saying.
no,
We're
no,
just
no.
saying
Absolutely not.
on the level of storytelling, it's just funny how the third story is them combining and agreeing at the end.
Exactly. But also too, I remember seeing the live performance of this on MTV
Okay. Yeah.
at the Keys, and they actually did. They had someone playing the Guilty Conscience and stuff like that, and
Okay.
M rapping and Dre rapping. It was such a cool thing to see on stage.
That is cool.
And
Yeah.
I really like that whole entire narrative of a story being told on stage like that, because you're not going to get this thing music video made,
Right.
even though there is a music video for it, I believe. So I think there is, but
I'm pretty
so yeah, there is a music video beat that was made for this.
Yeah. There is.
But
Yeah,
yep,
there definitely is for Guilty Conscience. Yeah, I've seen it.
yep, I remember watching it now that I'm remembering it. But then you go with Brain Damage, which is also
Yeah.
on track 4. And Brain Damage is another one that I really like.
I love this. Another another great storytelling song. He's able to talk about when he was in school. And apparently most of this story is pretty accurate. It's not, there is obviously a lot of exaggeration, but for the most part, it's fairly accurate, which is really cool.
Any lines that actually stick out for you though?
Oh yeah, I mean, when he's the very first verse, what's the matter? I don't know, my leg, it hurts. Leg, I thought you said it was your tummy. Oh, I mean it is, but I also got a bum knee. Like that kind that's really cool wordplay there.
I was harassed daily by this fat kid named D'Angelo Bailey, an eighth
Yeah,
grader who acted obnoxious, caused his father boxes. So every day he just shoved me in the lockers. One day he came in the bathroom while I was pissing and had me in the position to beat me into submission. He banged my head against the urinal till he broke my nose, soaked my clothes in blood, grabbed me and choked me by my throat. I tried to plead and tell him we shouldn't beef, but he just wouldn't leave. That was
yeah,
actually true. That was actually a true story where
yeah.
basically this bully beat the hell out of him inside the bathroom.
So here's another one because a lot of people say that you can't rhyme the word orange. So of course he does it, and he said, then I got up and ran to the janitor storage booth, kicked the door hinge loose, and ripped out the 4-inch screws, grabbed some sharp objects, brooms, and foreign tools. This is for every time you took my orange juice. Like it's just another level. And the way he says it, it sounds like foreign tools, 4-inch screws. Like he says it so orange rhymes with those words. And it's just again the way he bends and just uses words is amazing.
I really like that too. Like even in the 60 Minutes interview that he did, the guy
Mm-hmm.
asked him, he goes, "Can
Yeah.
you rhyme anything with orange?" He goes, "Oranana," or just coming off with different rhymes during that.
Like
You know,
orange and porridge and yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Let's see, made it at home later the same day, started reading a comic, and suddenly everything became great. I couldn't even see what I was trying to read. I went deaf and my ears started to bleed. My mother started screaming, "What are you, on drugs? Look at you, you're getting blood all over the rug." I'm sorry. She beat me over the head with the remote control, opened a hole, and my whole brain fell out on my skull. I
Yeah.
picked it up and screamed, "Look, bitch, what have you done?" Yeah.
But again, it's the detail. Like he fits so much detail into his storytelling, but again, through rhyming and through words, and it's really it's really another level of being able to tell stories and be rhythmic with it. It's almost like poetry in motion. Well, it is. It's poetry in motion. Like It's very fast and rhythmic poetry.
That's something that I really liked was you can actually imagine it in your head on how this is actually being played out through each scene,
Yeah.
stuff
I
like
mean, you
that. And
can
that's some,
visually see these things happening, like when you're listening. Like you can visually see it. Yeah.
but yeah, I really liked how he was able to do that. And also too, like I was actually one of those kids who was getting bullied and everything. And I remember,
Oh yeah.
basically asking if I can just go ahead and get checked out, and then of course, you can't leave unless there's actually something physically wrong with you. So I would always fake a diarrhea
Right. No, yeah, absolutely, man.
because I was like, well, why are you going to fake a diarrhea? Because number one, if you fake a diarrhea,
You
you,
can't check for it.
right, they squeeze your stomach a little bit. You, oh, okay, you need to be on a liquid diet.
Yep. Pretty
So
much.
it's easier to fake. So I was like, I didn't think about that. I'm going to have to start using it. But,
Yeah. No, it's funny, but
but
it's true. It is.
because everybody was going with the thermometer thing, doing the temperatures, stuff like that. I'm like, you guys are way going. Keep it simple. What do you mean? Fake a
Yeah.
diarrhea. Anyways, if you guys want to play hooky, I'm not responsible for
Yeah. We are not responsible for your act.
for your actions. So now we have the Paul Rosenberg skit.
Mhm.
Now I heard that he was really close to getting fired from the label, everything
Yes.
during this time, and this is actually real recordings, I think, from Paul. This is Paul Rosenberg, your faithfully attorney at law. Listen, I listened to the rough copy of your album, and I've got to be honest with you. Can you tone it down a little bit because there's only so much I can explain. Give me a call.
Yeah. So yeah, basically the way Eminem tells the story, Dre put his career on the line basically for Eminem. So that's the way Eminem tells the story. So
Right, and
yeah,
he
at
was
this
really
time
close to
they
him.
were ready to get rid of him. Yeah, like you said.
Then if I had now, this is how he tones it down. Like he goes, "Okay, so you want me to tone it down, Paul? Okay, let me just tell you about what it was like for me struggling
Yeah.
about my life. Life by Marshall Mathers. What's life? It's like he's writing an essay to us about what life is to him, and he's
Yeah.
just going and he's just like just pondering, what is life? Life is being an obstacle in front of you, of your obstacle to slow you down. And every time you think you've gotten past it, it's going to come back around to tackle you in the damn ground. If I had a million, what are friends? Friends are people that think are your friends, but they are really your enemies with secret identities and disguises to hide their true colors. I love
Just
that.
be close enough to be brothers. They want to come back and cut your throat.
Mhm.
And I can literally fucking recite this shit. It's so weird. After all these years, I can still recite this shit. Yeah, no, it's a great opening. Again, this is Eminem. This is what he would do. He would be like, "Look, this is not like this is just words on paper. Like you can't take me seriously." And then everything he would say, people would be like, "See, see, see, see." He wants to kill people, and it's like, what? It's like the dude is just saying what he's thinking, how he thinks of it. I don't know. It's
It's
weird.
it's It is. It was a weird time back then, though, too, where everybody took thing for facial, basically just taking everything in and taking it seriously. If you think about it,
Yeah,
for
I
face
think
value is
this too
basically
was
what I'm
more.
trying to say.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, I think this too was probably more of people he felt like were trying to take advantage of him at the time, probably.
That's true. The friends do come back after you're famous, and then they're looking for handouts.
Yeah.
But secret, and they all have their own motives and everything, so you don't know who to trust or
Yep.
anything, and you can't believe it your own self right now because of the fact that you're working with Dr. Dre. And now they're
Yeah.
coming out with their hands out whenever they didn't even believe in you in the first place. So, it's a lot to actually take in at the same time as everybody else is trying to get their hands out and saying, "Hey, look, man, I supported you all along," and when you really didn't.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
But I also like how he uses money is the root of all evil. Money, I'll make them same friends coming back around, swearing that they were always down. Like I said, what is life? I'm tired of life.
Yep.
I'm tired of backstabbing ass snakes with friendly grins. I'm tired of committing so many sins. Tired of always giving in. And this bottle of Henny wins.
Yeah.
Tired of never having any ends. And then he also talks about how he's getting tired of
Going
singing,
back to any
fucking the same blonde whore that in the back of his contour.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
All right. My favorite is I'm tired of jobs starting off at 5.50 an hour, and then this boss is wondering why I'm smarting off. Tired of being fired every time I fart and cough. Tired of having work as a gas station clerk for this jerk breathing down my neck, driving me berserk. The way he can just flip those rhymes too, goes from the rhyming different ways, like or different words. Tired of working
and
at
also too, like the 550 an hour thing is now gone. So
yeah, right.
you know what I mean? But it was relatable back then because everybody was struggling to make it at that
Oh
point.
yeah. Oh,
And
absolutely.
you know, and at that time there was not really any good jobs around either.
Nope.
And he was tired of working at GM, tired of wanting to be him, tired of sleeping without a Tylenol PM, tired of performing in a packed coliseum, not performing in a packed coliseum, tired of not
Yeah.
being on tour, tired of fucking seeing blonde
Yeah.
whore after work in the back of his contour. Tired of women saying the same damn Nike Air hat. Tired of wearing the same damn Nike Air hat. But it's very relatable back then to actually
Yeah.
go through whatever he went to do what he was doing and going through the things that he was going through.
I will just say though that Eminem has made $1 million by now, and he has not turned the world into alcoholics. So he's a liar.
Yep,
He's
and
a
he
liar.
hasn't fucked the world with without a condom on either.
While on the job. While
Huh?
on the job. While
Right,
he's on the job.
I'm
No,
done too.
just saying.
Right.
That's a feat. If he can pull that one off, then no. But
Then you can
yeah,
actually take him for
again,
face
it's the
value.
ridiculousness. No, it's the ridiculousness. Well, I see now. I can't say that word, but you know what I'm saying.
But yeah, I do. So now we're gonna go into 97 Bonnie and Clyde.
Great song. Very, very.
And I remember my friends talking about this in school. It's like, did you hear 97 Bonnie and Clyde? I said, no, I didn't hear about that. Next thing you know, they put on the record. I'm like, oh my God. This is about him killing his wife, his daughter becoming Bonnie and Clyde. This
Yeah.
is dark.
Mm-hmm. Don't play with that ass toy knife, honey. Let go of it.
Gaga googa bada. I like how he rhymed that whole entire baby talk though.
Yes. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Free.
Wee.
Look at
Like,
Mama splashing. Isn't she crazy?
but again, insane. Don't ever do anything like this.
No.
But the fact that he can tell this story and do it so well is insane. It is literally a feat of wordplay. It is
There's
a
a place
feat.
called heaven, a place called hell, a place called prison, a place called jail, and Dada's probably on his way to all of them except one because Mama's got a new husband and it's his stepson. You don't want to know, brother, do you? Nah.
Yeah.
Nana boo, goo goo gaga, or make
And
a
this is
poo poo
when he
caca.
used the little like those like and like the what are they called, overdubs correctly,
Yeah,
and the accents. This is when he was using it the right way, I think.
he was. Nobody was doing this. This is actually him talking baby gibberish.
Yeah.
And I like how he uses his daughter as a way to basically be the witness of what he's doing, and the daughter don't even know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when they throw the body over the water, he goes, "Okay, now let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at her splash! Isn't she silly? No more
Yeah.
messing, no more cheating on me, no more stepdad."
And then help Dad having 2 more things out the trunk. Like it's it's so great because this is actually part 2 to the song on Eminem on, is it Marshall Mathers?
Yeah,
Kim. This is part 2 to Kim, basically, but it's before Kim.
right. That's actually a prequel before it happened. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so crazy. But yeah, it's again, this is peak Eminem for me, and not that it's like one of his best song ever or anything like that. This is just pure storytelling and just what he does, just shock rap, like comedy shock rap that is going. It's a horror movie in music form. It really is,
It really
which
is. I
is
really like it.
which is why his newest album being called or after Hitchcock is such a great fitting too.
I love the hitch. I love
Yeah,
songs to get
music
murdered
to be
by.
murdered by. Yeah,
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. So
but
now
yeah,
we have
it's what
So
he
now
always
we
does.
have a. What? Sorry.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
No. You go ahead. What were you gonna
I was
say?
just saying that's what he always does. He's
Yeah.
very shock horror crazy rap. Yeah.
You never know what's gonna. That's one reason why people kept on buying his albums, because they never know who he's gonna end up talking about, or how crazy or deep he's gonna go with anything too, because of how controversial he is at that time.
Yeah.
And he still is controversial. It's just that he's on a different level now of controversy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Definitely.
now we actually have the skit called "Bitch."
Yeah.
So this is basically Justin. It's Zoe. Kelly, did you not have a call? And however, I just listened to Eminem in her car. It is the most disgusting thing I ever heard in my entire life. And I seriously want to call his fucking agent and tell them how fucking disgusting he is. It like makes me upset. I'm not nauseous and can't eat lunch. Goodbye. Now I'm nauseous and I can't eat lunch. Goodbye.
Yeah. I hated this chick, whoever it was. I don't know who she is, but I never liked her. She's annoying. She's annoying.
Let's see. I wonder. Let's see. Okay,
She's
so that
very
was
annoying.
actually. So
I
here's
just
the
hate
thing.
that I'm now nauseous and I can't eat. Goodbye. Like, okay, get over yourself.
So
Get
you
over
want to know
yourself.
who that was, though? That was okay. So the person who played Zoe, right?
Yeah.
Little known fact that Zoe on the phone is Zoe Winkler, daughter of Henry Winkler.
Is this real?
Yeah, that's real.
Oh, that's an actual like, oh my god, reaction from somebody? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was a skit,
It
like an
was
actual skit.
from there was a skit that was used. As a matter of fact, like I said, little known fact that the Zoe on the phone is Zoe Winkler's daughter of Henry Winkler.
Wow. Okay. No, I didn't know that. Okay, that's cool. I did not know that. So the
But
Fonz's daughter does
yeah,
not like Eminem, apparently.
but also too, if you think about it though, in this context though too, it's basically everybody's reaction to him and what and how people don't like him, and knew right out of the gate what people were going to say about him.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So I like how he does that in a kind of like a meta kind of way.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree.
So now the next song we have is "Role Model," which is the ninth song on the album, and
Yes.
he just ended up redoing this off of, for the whenever he was going up. Basically, he winded up making another rap song off of this.
Okay.
Recently,
Yeah.
the Lemonade too,
Yep. Yep.
Benzino, yeah, that beef thing that was going on.
Yep. Yep. I remember. Oh, I definitely know.
But now but still, I love this song. This is one of my favorite songs. Um,
Yeah. It's a really great song. It's got a bunch of my favorite lines in it. Um, a lot. Hit the trees hard and Sonny Bono. Hillary Clinton tried to slap me, call me a pervert. I ripped her fucking tonsils out, fed a sherbert.
my nerves
uh,
hurt, and lately I'm on edge. Grab vanilla ice and ripped out
yeah, that's a
his
great
blonde
line.
dreads.
Another great line for sure. Smoke weed, take pills, drop out of school, kill people, and drink, jump behind the wheel like it was still legal. Just
Now follow
again,
me and do exactly what you see. Don't you want to grow up to be just like me? I slap women and eat shrooms, then OD. Don't you want to grow up to be just like me?
this might be one of the funniest lines. So I'm dumb enough to ask for a date with Lauren Hill. It's a great line at that time, with everything that was going on with her at that time and what she said. So that's a really funny reference.
I like how he references different things that's going on around him, and he's taking notice of everything. So, especially where but yeah, I definitely like that. I like the fact that he was using Lauren Hill as a way to actually use for his rhyme.
Yeah. And he also rhymes Lauren with orange.
You know what though? Now that you said it, I didn't even realize he did that.
Yep.
It's because of
Lauren Hill and
how,
Orange
yeah,
Bill. Yeah. Yeah. Just noticed that. I'm just kind of going through the lyrics as we talk about it. So just kind
same.
of to know what yeah. It's yeah. He's man. He's really crazy with lyrics, man. It's so crazy when you're actually reading it. Um, but another great line. My middle finger won't go down. How do I wave? And this is how I'm supposed to teach kids how to behave. Like I'm not a role model. Like leave me alone. Like,
Right? And that's why he's trying to tell kids, hey, look, don't
don't.
if you're gonna follow me and everything, you might as well do everything that I say in a song
Yep.
and everything. Goes, I have STDs.
Yeah. Um, this is probably one of my favorite schemes he did back then was the OJ Simpson. Me and Marcus Allen went over to see Nicole. When we heard a knock at the door, must have been Ron Gold. Jumped behind the door, put the orgy on hold, killed them both. Smeared blood in a white Bronco. We did it.
We did.
Like just him just being
My mind
stupid.
won't work and my spine don't jerk. I slapped Garth Brooks out of his rhinestone shirt.
I
I'm not a
spray
player,
a
just a
aerosol
little
can up in an
rusty.
ozone layer.
Oh my
It's
god. I
it,
mean, the stuff he comes up with.
yeah.
Nobody else would actually think about saying the things that he says.
Here, perfect. Here, right here is a perfect one. My rap style's warped. I'm running out of the morgue with your dead grandmother's corpse to throw it on your porch. That's Eminem in one freaking little like 2 lines. That's Eminem. Right there.
That's a rap right there on exactly how he is, you know?
Yeah, it's just so crazy, man. Because so many people give him so much shit, and he's just literally having fun. Like, he's just
And
having fun with words, and it's so crazy.
really is. And then
I'm
you
about as
have the lot.
normal as Norman Bates with the deformative traits of premature birth that was 4 minutes late. Premature birth, 4 minutes late. Like again, the way he plays with concepts within things, it's yeah. Eat a
It's just
foghorn
great.
leghorn with an acorn.
Nobody
There's
would have
just so
actually
much.
thought
Yeah,
about
it's
doing
so
something like
hard.
this.
Huh?
I said nobody would have actually thought about doing something like this at all.
Yeah. Will someone please explain to my brain that I just severed a main vein with a chainsaw and I'm in pain? He's like, somebody please tell my brain I'm in pain right now because I just cut my leg off. Like,
Then the next thing you got is like track 10, which is the lounge skit.
yes.
And you see, back in those days though, too, everybody was doing skits on their rap albums and stuff
Yes, for sure.
and hip hop. So this is like a common thing in the late 90s and also into the 2000s and everything. So, what did you think about the lounge skit?
It's a funny little skit going into this song. I think if I really had to think about it, I think this might be my favorite song on the album. So yeah, this skit, it's funny. I like the vibe of it. How it's sort of just like that chill vibe, and like somebody's like playing like an acoustic guitar and like singing the chorus. Like I think it's a funny little skit for
I
sure.
think so too, and it actually makes its way back over to D12 world as well. Whenever they
Yeah.
had like the Kumbaya song
Hmm.
in the
Exactly.
lounge,
Yeah.
so it makes it back on there. So yeah, I definitely like the skit that he uses, and I don't. It's not really anything that he does to set up the next track or anything. It's just there just to be there,
Yeah.
just for something goofy. But
Yep.
I think Lounge is the one that actually sets up My Fault because I think it actually fits in perfectly with that.
I agree. Yeah. I would definitely agree with that.
Because of the fact that it says I never meant to give you mushrooms, girl, and then it goes into the song of My Fault.
Yep.
So it carries
But it's a
over.
cool
So
acoustic, like slowed down version of it. It is really funny.
which is then now we actually got My Fault.
Mhm.
and I'll let you, since this is your favorite track on the
It
album,
is.
so I'll let you go on ahead and talk about it first.
Yeah, again, the one thing that always is my big thing with Eminem is his ability to tell stories with words and do this. And again, this is a story, just a crazy story of him giving this girl way too many mushrooms at a party and like the insaneness that could happen. But again, it's his attention to detail. It's the detail that he puts into the words themselves. It's he's not just doing like surface level explanation. He's really diving deep into a lot of these moments during this night at this party.
And let's see here.
Um,
This will help you get in touch with your roots. We'll get barefoot, butt naked, and run in the woods. Oh hell,
yeah,
might as well try them. This party is so drab. Oh dag, I ain't mean for you to eat the whole bag. Huh?
yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, he's really at this point he was really at the top of his game with this stuff. Um, just met a new wave blonde babe with half of her head shaved, the nurse aide who came to get laid and tied up the first date tape and raped on the first date. But all that get laid, tied up, like it's all rhyming within itself. It's sandwiching of rhymes, and it's really amazing how he does it with words. But he's able to paint a picture, like a perfect picture. You can picture this person. He
Exactly,
really
because he's actually giving you the party vibe. He's giving you the fact that this girl's tripping on mushrooms and she's panicky. She's all basically she's not all there in her head at
yeah.
all. She's whacked out.
Yes.
And I also liked how he goes, I just wanted to make you appreciate nature, Susan. Stop crying. I don't hate you. The world's not against you. I'm sorry
Smart.
your father raped you. So what, you had a little coochie in your dad's mouth. That ain't no reason
Yeah.
to start wigging and spat out. Nah. She said, help me. I think I'm having a seizure. I said, I'm
Set him
too.
high too.
But
So it's just
basically, this is what people do when they tell too much information that they
yeah,
shouldn't be whenever they're high. So therefore, he's like this one dude at the party who's like, I don't give a shit
yeah, exactly.
about. Like
I just
this girl's
hello,
out
I'm over here, Sue. You're talking to the player. Look, that's fucking that's yeah.
like, I don't
Um,
even know who you are, Susan. I just gave
yeah,
you some mushrooms, and now you're tripping. So, but yeah, I
it's
just
my
thought that
fault.
was yeah.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love the
Then
way
I
that he
never
can tell a story like this.
Yeah. Susan, wait, where are you going? You better be careful. Leave me alone, Dad. I'm sick of getting my pulled by your
Put down the
dad.
scissors before you do something dumb.
Oh my god.
I think he's in the bathroom. He's taking a crap, dude.
Put down the scissors before you do something dumb.
Oh, Dave, pull up your pants. We need an ambulance. There's a girl upstairs and she's talking to plants. It's just so insane, but it's so good.
But
It's
it's
so
true
well.
though. People do this
Yeah.
though.
Oh, for
I
sure. Oh,
mean,
this definitely happened back
yeah,
then,
the
all the time.
parties and everything, people discuss things all the time with people that they don't even know when they're high and they don't even know what they're saying. And next thing you know, you're being recorded on camcorder and then it's
Yeah,
getting blasted in school or whatever.
yeah.
So
Oh, for
it's
sure.
very true.
Yep. No,
So
absolutely,
yeah,
man. How long do these things take to wear off? Well, it depends on how many you had. I took 3. She ate the other 22 caps. Now she's upstairs crying out her eyeballs, drinking Lysol. She's gonna die, dude. I know it. It's my fault. Just like
there's always that one dude that gives somebody too much. And
yeah.
they, you know how you always experiment with somebody? And it's like, I wonder what they're going to be like if they drink or if we get them high a little bit. And then you realize, oh, this was a bad idea.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's
Absolutely.
exactly what that is.
Yep. But yeah, again, just his storytelling, his way with words and rhyming and everything. I just think it's so well done. It's so well thought out. It's yeah,
Really is. And then you have the Ken Kneff skit
yep.
that happens after that.
Yes, our first introduction to Ken Kniff. Which in this one is not Eminem. It is actually somebody calling as
King
Ken Kniff.
Kniff.
But in after that, I believe it's Eminem that plays him only after that, right?
Yeah, it does over in the Marshall Mathers LP
Yeah, I think yeah.
because you can tell the difference between the two of them.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, Aristotle is the original voice of King Kniff.
Yeah.
So just a little fun trivia fact for people who are wondering. Um, but with you, so do you like the skit, or is this one that you like basically just skip over?
It's a funny skit. The problem is at the time I didn't know enough about Eminem to understand a lot of the references. Like I didn't know what the Cage reference was at that time and all that. So yeah, it's not that I didn't think it was funny. I just didn't understand it. I guess more than it just that it was some dude being weird, like making a prank call. So
Right, because Ken's
yeah,
operator service would have been provided by the TOPS platform on a Nortel DMS 100 or DMS 200 250 switch located in New Haven, Connecticut. That was like the little play off of it.
okay, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, like
So
I didn't know who Cage was. I mean, I didn't know that he accused Eminem of stealing his lyrics, which I think is hilarious because I've literally never still heard a Cage song, but yet
me
Eminem is
either.
still putting out some of
But
the
those were
greatest.
during Eminem's underground days. He called himself MNM because of his
Yeah.
initially changed his stage name for obvious reasons, in which King Knapp doesn't care and pokes fun of it. Aristotle can be heard breaking a character for a moment and laughing off, obviously at Eminem's suggestion that it could be Cage.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't know enough about that or anything like that either. So I was like, okay, I don't know who King Kniff is. At that time, you can't even Google it because Google wasn't even a thing at that time.
Yeah.
So it was
Yep.
like, okay.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
basically, you're just doing a funny skit without even knowing what this is even about.
Yeah.
So now we
Basically.
have Come On Everybody.
Yep. 1, 2, 12. Are we recording?
I love this. This is actually my favorite song on here.
Nice. It's a
Um,
great song for sure.
and it also okay, so it actually basically has the same beat as the Marshall from the Marshall Mathers LP, where basically, um, Marky Mark, I forgot the name of that song now, but it has the same kind of flow, and also too having the little background singers though too that's doing it and things like that too. So I definitely like how he carried that on over to Marshall Mathers LP as well.
Hmm. Yeah.
But my favorite
This
color
is
is
my
red.
dance song. I love that line. This is my dance song.
But I'm in the fourth row singing, signing autographs at your show. I
It's
just
your
remember
show.
that yeah, absent-minded. Wait, I mean, I've lost my mind. I can't find it. I'm freestyling every verse that I spit because I don't even remember the words of my shit. I told the
So
doc I need to change my sickness. Yep, go on ahead.
yeah. You gave a girl herpes in exchange for syphilis. Put my
And
LP on your
then
Christmas
yeah,
gift list. You want to get high here, bitch. Sniff this.
yes.
Yeah. It's got some
Then
great
got my
stuff.
bitches on my jock out in East Detroit because they think I'm a motherfucking Beastie Boy. So I told them I was Mike D. There was like, gee, I don't know. He might be. I told him, meet me at Kid Rock's next concert. Oh, really? I'll be standing at the Loch Ness Monster. Okay, peace out. Bye. Then I jetted to the weed house, smoked out till I started busting. Freestyle and broke out. Then I dropped a quick back to the crib, put on a lipstick, crushed up the Tylenol, and ate it with the dipstick.
Made a few couple of crank calls collect. And
It's kinking it.
okay. Can you? Yeah. Yeah, some great lines in here. It's a great lyrical song. My favorite color is red, like the bloodshed in Kurt Cobain's head when he shot himself dead. I
Even
bought Lauren
Kirk
Bell
couldn't
tape
even
so her kids could starve.
even
Yeah,
Kurt Cobain couldn't even escape M.
I know. Yeah, uh, I got a wardrobe with an orange robe.
But yeah, there was actually a rumor that Lauryn Hill of the Fugees said that she would
Her
rather
kids
she and her
starved.
kids starve
Yes,
than.
that happened. No, that actually happened. She said that.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it is true that she said that.
yeah. She said she would rather her kids starve than a white person buy her one of her albums. Yeah,
Oh
she said.
wow.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty messed
I
up.
like okay, so now I'm getting the reference of why he said he was stupid enough to ask out a date with Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's that reference for sure. But that reference right there is him basically just saying, "No, I'm really saying it. Like,
Right.
I'll buy your tape just so your kids will starve." Like, and again, this isn't Eminem being mean in any way. This is him just being like, "If you're gonna be a dick, I'm gonna be a dick too."
Right, exactly. Except for one thing, I'm gonna be the bigger dick than
Yeah.
you. So next thing we got is Rock Bottom.
Yes. Another. Oh man, another great song. There's so many great songs on this album, man. There really is.
And Rock Bottom is like one of those songs where basically you hit your lowest of the lows and you're thinking of all these things that you want to do, you know,
Hmm.
and you can't do it. So therefore it's like, well, I might as well go on ahead and do it anyways because I'm already thinking about it. So I might as well do it.
Yeah.
Um, and then when this life makes you mad enough to kill, the rock bottom, when you want something bad enough to steal, that's rock bottom. When you feel like you've had it up to here because you had mad enough to scream, but you can't. This is actually very relatable, especially if you're going like through a stressful situation and to the point where you can't support your kid, you can't support your wife, you can't support your kids, you can't do anything, and you
Yeah.
just hit the rock bottom to the point where you're actually contemplating, well, I should go ahead and steal this. Maybe I should do armored trucks, rob armored trucks.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, I mean it's an exaggerated but it's still this is a more like re a more grounded Eminem. This is more of him like just being like, look, I'm a person. Like I go through stuff like I have feelings too. I have emotions. Like I have people I have to worry about, my daughter, my wife. So like I get it. Like I get it.
especially where he says living in this house with no unfurnished.
Unfurnished, yeah.
I'm
Live in
sick
the
of
house,
working
no
dead end
furnished, unfurnished.
jobs. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Sick
that's
of
actually
working
true
at
though.
a
I
job
mean,
same
yeah,
day, tired of being hired and fired the same day. Yeah.
right.
Again, playing
Like I
with
said,
concepts, hired and fired the same day. Just yeah.
yeah, but like I said though, I can picture him being just fed up with everything. He's trying to keep warm during this winter time, and he's not able to do it. He's working these dead end jobs. Nothing is panning out for him, and he's just tired. He's tired of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, when you're not when you have nothing and you're literally just trying to make it in the world. Yeah.
There's people that love me and people that hate me. Yep, but it's the evil that made me, the backstabbing, deceitful, and shady. I want my money, the woman, the fortune, and fame. That means I end up burning in hell, scorching in flame. That means I'm stealing your checkbook and forging your name. That lifetime bliss for eternal torture and pain.
Yeah.
Then he also talks about Tupac, though. I've got problems now. Everybody on my block's got him. Duh. I'm screaming like two cops when Tupac shot him.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a big thing that happened at that time. Well, it was before that time, but it was right before that time. Yeah. The Atlantic City shooting when Tupac shot the two off duty police officers in Atlantic City.
Yep.
Um, yeah, this is a really actually the more I'm reading these lyrics again, man, this is a really deep song. This is a really really deep song. Like, Eminem was really giving his heart into this one. This feels a lot like where Eminem is now more than where he was back then. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? But
Because it's
it's
like, yeah,
not quite as polished as he is now. He's this was more raw.
right. It's more raw. It's more relatable. This is also not sure if he's going to even make it after this album.
Yeah, oh for sure. Yeah,
And he's also probably wondering, am I going to go back to this broken furnace and have back over to my apartment where I don't even have any furniture, or am I going to still make it
right.
at this point? Am I even going to make
Yeah.
a second album after this? This is just a one
Oh,
shot thing, and I don't even know if it's going to pan out.
oh, at that time, there's no way he could have known. Yeah, there's no way he could have known what was going to happen for sure.
So
Yeah,
After the rock bottom, we go into number 15, which is Don't Give a Fuck. Just don't give a fuck.
Yep.
And do you like this one or?
Yes, absolutely. I love this song. Yeah, this is a great one. Brain dead like Jim Brady. I'm an M80. You little like that Kim lady. I love that. Cursing at you players worse than Marty Schottenheimer. Another great line. Yeah, this is a great song. This is Eminem just showing off. This to me is more of him just showing off. This is like
It
a
is.
show off song. Yeah.
Well, also too, this is also him talking about the Dirty Dozen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talking about his group that he doesn't even have yet, which has all been made because of the fact that they seen a rock concert and they decided to make a rap band.
Yeah.
This is him just being goofing off with his guys, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. I'm doing acid cracks, cokes, and smoking dope then.
My name is Marshall Mathers, and I'm an alcoholic. Hi, Marshall. I have a disease, and they don't know what to call it. Better hide your wallet, because I'm coming up quick to strip yo cash. Bought a ticket to your concert just to come and whoop your ass. Bitch, I'm coming out swinging so fast it'll make your eyes spin. You're getting knocked the fuck out like Mike Tyson. Psh.
Yeah.
The proof is is in the pudding. Just ask Deshaun Holton. I'll slit your motherfucking throat worse than Ron Goldman.
Yeah, another OJ Simpson murder
Yeah.
reference. Yeah, I mean, this is just what he does, man. This is him just playing with words and having fun. It seems like more than anything. Like this is just him just saying crazy things. Anything that can rhyme and is crazy and sounds insane.
Then he also says, so put my tape back on the rack. Go run and tell your friends my shit is whack.
Just don't give a fuck.
And this is also too. This is also another thing too. That's a reference to is the fact that when he put out Infinite, when he put Infinite out, it was local. When what we pressed up under 1,000, and eventually we expected we'd be able to get something with it. Though when that didn't happen, it was really deflating. People were saying that it sounded like an AZ and Nas. I was upset, not to say that I didn't love AZ and Nas, but for a rapper to be compared to someone, for people to say that you sound like someone else, nobody wants that. I had to go back to the drawing board. So I'm remembering getting mad. I remember getting mad. I was like, I'm gonna rap like I don't care anymore. Fuck it. I just started writing angry songs.
Huh. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
actually a direct quote that M said.
Yeah. Here's the one of the bigger or one of the first times he references Benzino too. He says, "I'll dish your magazine and still won't get a week review." Yeah. I'll make your freak leave you. Smell like Folgers crystals or smell the Folgers crystals. This is lyrical combat, gentlemen. Hold your pistols. While I form like Voltron and blast you with my shoulder missiles. Slim Shady. Eminem is the old initials. Bye bye.
And then after that, we get the soap skit.
Yes. Squilla Montgomery. Yes, Roger. No, I love her.
Which is hilarious because he's just doing a soap opera, and that's all it is.
It is. It absolutely is. And it's hilarious. And it's stupid. Love. What do you know of love?
Love.
We were destined to be together. I met her on the beach. It's just stupid, but it's so funny because it's exactly what you expect from a soap opera.
Exactly. And then after that, we got As the World Turns, which is track 17.
Yes. As
So
the world turns around me.
You want to talk about that one first?
Yeah, I mean, this was a little bit of this was another one where he just kind of comes in and he's kind of showing off more than anything. Hang out with a bunch of hippies and wacky tobacco planters who swallow lit roaches and light up like jack-o'-lanterns. And he also talks about Outsiders. That was his old group that he used to run with before he was with
Before
D12.
D12.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Outsiders. Outsiders are suing the courts. Because we're dope as fucking. They only give us 2 in the source. Again. Referencing Mr. Benzino.
Also, like the other one, she picked me up to snap me like a. Okay, this is you walked into Vic Tanny's and stepped in on Jenny's Craig.
Yes.
Well, and she picked me up to snap me like a skinny twig, put me in a headlock. Then I thought of my guinea pig. Wait! I felt the evilness and started transforming. Rawr! If I began storming, I heard a bunch of Sharon fans swarming. Grabbed the bitch by her hair, dragged her across the ground. Come on here, bitch! I took her up to the highest diving board and tossed her down. Sorry, coach. It's too late to tell me to stop. While I dropped this bitch face down and watch her belly flop.
Yeah. I don't know how true this story is, if it's true at all, but apparently, it seems like apparently somebody in gym class talking shit to him, and he was like, "Fuck you." He said, "Fuck you." Obviously, he didn't drag somebody to the top of a diving board or anything, but something must have happened that he felt like it was worth talking about because there's
Right.
a
I
lot of
think it was
detail in
his.
it.
I'll be honest with you. How many of us actually use our imagination on what we would do to somebody?
Yeah.
I was just talking shit, and then you just imagine in your head of what you would do to that person.
Yep. Exactly. And that's what
So
that's what he does. He just takes those thoughts and says them. He doesn't do them. He just says them.
slid across the floor and flew right into a washing machine. Jumped on the up with a broken bag. Thank God I was smoking crack all day, and I doped in on coke and smack.
Yeah. I love
Let's
this
see.
one. I love this little one because it's just again the imagery of it. The imagery of it is so funny. Um he's like where is it at? Hold on. Oh, I met a slice and said, "What's up? It's nice to meet you. I'd like to treat you to a Fago and a slice of pizza, but I'm broke as fuck and I don't get paid to the first of next month. But if you care to join me, I was about to roll this next blunt, but I ain't got no weed, no Phillies, or no papers. Like, he ain't got shit. He ain't got shit."
I walked in and I smelled was Liz Claiborne and
Oh yeah.
seen her across spread across the bed naked watching gay porn. She's like, "Come here, big boy, let's get acquainted." I turned around to run, twisted my ankle and sprained it. She came at me at full speed. Nothing could stop her. I shot her 5 times and every bullet bounced off of her. I started to beg, "No, please, let go," but she swallowed my fucking leg whole like an egg roll, with no one leg left. Now I'm hopping around crippled. I grabbed my pocket knife and sliced off her right nipple. Just trying to
Yeah.
buy some time. Then I remembered this magic trick. Dun, 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 dun. Go get a dick.
Yeah. Yeah, again, just him having fun telling a story that is insane, that makes no sense. Now, obviously, never happened, but it's hilarious. It's hilarious and funny. And again, you can picture every scene of this happening, every line you can picture. It's really fun, really funny.
It's insane. It's
It
insane.
is.
It's
It's
funny.
insane.
It's one. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just one of
no,
those
it's
tracks that you can
absolutely
just have a good
insane.
time.
Yeah, sorry, sorry.
No. This is how much. This is how much of a good friendship that we have. We
No,
actually talk. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. I love this stuff. It's so great.
Then, then after that, we have I'm Shady,
Yep.
and I like this one too. I like the I'm Shady song. Well,
Yeah. Hmm.
let's see. I'm
Excuse
Shady.
me. Yeah, no, I like this song. Absolutely.
Let's see. Who came through with 2 Glocks to terrorize your? Huh? Told you to
Yep.
slap dips and murder your girl. I gave you the finger and told you to sit down and twirl. Sold a bunch of tapes and still screamed, "Fuck the world." I'm Slim Shady, so come and kill me while my name's hot. I think I got a generation of brains washed to pop pills and smoke pot till they brains rot.
Yeah.
You know what I always thought that lyric said
Road to
though?
the
Instead of
veins.
you know what I thought this lyric said all the time though? Told you
What?
you know when he says, "I told you to slap dips and murder your girl." I thought it says slap dicks and murder.
I did too for a long time. Yeah, I really did too. I can't lie. Definitely thought that too. It just seemed like something he would say. So yeah, it makes.
Yeah.
I definitely thought that too for sure.
And then I like happy things and gleeful things, like when my teacher sucked my wee wee in preschool.
Yeah, that's it's such a weird, funny line though. It's so weird.
But also too, you also had teachers at that time sleeping with students. Not saying that they don't do it
Yeah.
now, but it
Well,
was a
yeah.
lot well known.
Stab myself with a steel. Oh, this is where he said, "Well, I blow my brains out just to see what it feels like, because this is how I am in real life. I don't want to die a normal death. I want to be killed twice." I don't know why not.
I'm trying to find this one verse I really like though too. I just want to
Here's
scare somebody with a gun threat when they high off drugs and they haven't done it yet. So bring the
yeah.
money.
How often drugs they haven't
Uh,
even done yet? Yeah. So bring the money by tonight, because your wife said this is the biggest knife she ever saw in her life. Help me, help me! Just dude,
and
he's
he
so
also,
funny, man. He's so funny.
but my favorite thing though too is like, okay, well, if you were worried about my wife in 96 Bonnie and Clyde, you don't have to worry about her because she's still alive and bitching. I don't have her being my dicks. And he's playing off all the other stuff that he also rapped about. So
Yeah,
therefore, he's saying, "Do not take me as face value. Take
yep,
everything I say as face value. I'm just goofing off and having fun."
absolutely, man. Absolutely, yeah. I try to keep it positive and play it cool, so I shoot up the playground and tell the kids to stay in school. It's just insanity. It's just
It
literal
is.
insanity.
This
Like
is
nobody
nobody
would
else can
take
get
this
away with
serious
this.
in any other context.
Nobody else could get away with this now.
No, no way. No way.
It'll be 10 times worse now than it was years
Yeah.
ago.
Oh,
And
he would
don't
have never
even
made it past his first album now. There's no way.
no, he'd be canceled right then and there.
Yeah, no, he would never be able to make another he wouldn't be able to sing on anything ever again.
No.
Anything with music.
So now we have number 19 with Bad Meets
Yep.
Evil with Royce the 5'9", and I think Royce the 5'9" is a great lyricist. I like him as a
Yes.
rapper. He's underrated as a rapper.
I don't think he is now, but definitely back then for sure.
At that time, yeah. That's basically what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he's still technically underrated, but he's definitely more recognized now than he was back then, I would say. Yeah.
I would have to say if it wasn't for M, he wouldn't have probably be. I think he'd still be kind of underground in a sense.
Oh, I would agree with that. Yeah, I think he would agree with that for sure too. Yeah.
But this song always makes me laugh. You're gonna be okay, kid. You're gonna be okay. Is everything not enough? Oh no. That's not it. That's not it. Wrong
That's
lyrics. Sorry.
That's not it.
Why did that pop up?
No, I love the Western feel of this song. The
Yeah.
beginning, I love it.
Oh yeah. I love the whole entire introduction of two people that are in this Wild West, and it's kind of like reminiscent to the fact that of the rap game of two people in the Wild West trying to come up,
Yep.
and that's how I took it. And it just
Biggest
worked.
damn gunslingers I've ever seen.
Quickest damn gunslingers I ever seen.
I love the way he says it. It's just funny as shit. Got murdered in cold blood. That old saloon there with a little home away from home.
But then he also said, if you listen very closely, you can still hear their voices of Eminem and Royce the 5'9".
They even sound like cowboy names. when they're said in this context, they sound like cowboy names for sure.
But man, it is so good as the introduction. I don't speak,
It
I
is.
float the air, wrapped in a sheet. I'm not a real person. I'm a ghost trapped in a beat. Translate with my voice read through a semograph, and the noise is spread, picked up and transmitted through Royce's head. Tap him in his room, possesses him, and hoist his bed till the evilness flows through his blood like a poisonous lead. Told him each one of his boys is dead. Asked him to come to the dark side. He made a choice instead and said, "Yo, who hard? Yo, I done heard worse."
I love this
But
line. We can get in two cars and accelerate each other, see which one to swerve first. Playing chicken reference. Two blind bandits panic, whose mental capacity holds that of the globe on top of 9 other planets. He's another one that can put words together so well, man. Royce is really crazy with words.
I used to be a loudmouth. Remember me? I'm the one who burned your house down. Oh, well, I'm out now. Shit. And this time I'm coming to blow your house up.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. So please, we ain't eager to be legal, so please leave me with the keys to your Jeep Eagle.
And I'm like Steve Seagal. Yeah. Against Peaceful. See you in hell for the sequel. You know what's weird though? And then a couple of years later, like in 2010, they come out with the sequel to
Yeah, they did a whole album. Yeah, the Bad Meets
yeah.
Evil album. Yeah, it's a great album too, man. That's a really good album.
I like certain songs from that one. It was okay. It's just I think the rhymes and the hooks and stuff like that just didn't land well for me. Although I do like I think it was just the overall beats that they used.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna have to revisit it.
Eminem is a notorious bad beat chooser. Like he specifically chooses bad beats. I don't know why, if it's on purpose or not, but he notoriously picks some of the worst beats ever for songs. I don't know why, but yeah, he always does that.
But yeah, but for this though, this was all Dre all the way through, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, is there anything else you want to talk about as far as Bad Meets Evil goes?
No, again, just a fun story. This one isn't really that much of a story. It's just more of like them kind of having fun with this, like how who's worse kind of thing. Yeah.
Right, and I also
It's
like the
really,
chemistry between the two of them.
yeah,
How they play off each other is just fantastic.
yeah. We hit the trees till we look like Vietnamese people.
These people.
Love that line. But yeah, no, it's a good song. It's a really, really good song.
So now we're down to the last song now.
Yeah.
So still don't give a fuck. Which is actually has the yeah. This actually reminds me of Criminal though from the Marshall Mathers LP though too. Because of the rain in the beginning for the intro and him talking and explaining himself. But it's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, again, this is him saying, like, really, please just let me say what I want and just stop listening. Like, stop taking everything at face value and just have fun and listen to what I'm saying. Like, it's ridiculous that you guys can't get over it. Like,
but this is actually my favorite verse though, too. It's like I spent $1 million on track, went over my budget. And yeah. But he also talked about
I mean, this is just this song for me. Again, it's not my favorite song on the album, but this is probably one of his best lyrical like songs on this album. Like this is like him being super super in depth and like just really precise with what he's saying.
right, because he says I spent a million on track and went over my budget. Oh shit! Now, how in the fuck am I supposed to get out of debt? I can't rap anymore. I just murdered the alphabet. Drug sickness got me doing some bug twitches. I'm withdrawing from crack so bad my blood itches. I don't rap into the to get to women. Fuck bitches. Give me a fast slut that cooks and do dishes. Never random with a click. I'm a posse. I'm a posse, kamikaze, strapping a motherfucking bomb across me. From the second I was born, my mama lost me. I'm a cross between Manson, Esma, and Ozzy.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm here in the first place. My worst day on the earth is his first birthday. Retarded. What did that bird say? Brain damage.
Brain damage.
Born during an earthquake. Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
He's just a really gifted lyricist, man. I really I hate because it just feels like I'm repeating that over and over again.
No. But he is
It
a great
really is just
lyricist
amazing what he does with lyrics. It really is.
and a great storyteller too. Even Rossi
Yeah.
and I talked about Tupac the other night about how great he's a great storyteller. M puts you in a different mindset of a white rapper trying to come up and try to do something different rather
Yeah.
than using the same beats that everybody else has done. He's like, look, I can't do that. I'm not from there. I have to use the fact that I got picked on. I have to use the thing about my mom, even though it may or not be true, but they don't know it's not true. They think
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have to think of other ways to get people's attention, and if I have to use other people's names just to get the publicity that I need to make it, then I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely. Yeah.
let's
Look,
see
this is
here.
Eminem coming out of the gate saying, you're not gonna control me. Like you're not
No,
gonna tell me what I can and can't say.
and I'm not gonna change who I am
Yep.
either.
Exactly. No, exactly. I agree.
So then this is also another thing too I want to bring up. It was actually released February 23rd, 1999.
Okay. Yep.
So then of course we actually have a couple of other things I want to bring up a lot. A lot of it was because of the feedback I got. Motherfuckers was like, "You're a white boy. What the fuck are you rapping for? Go into a rock and roll." All that type of shit, and was pissing me off after the release of Infinite. Eminem's personal struggles and abuse of methadone and alcohol uh, culminated into a suicidal attempt.
Yeah.
So even back then, he was also going through the deep end there with stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, Eminem had a hard life. No matter how you look at it, no matter how much he is now and how much fame he had a hard life, man, before he became famous. So, I mean, he definitely experienced a lot of messed up stuff.
Yep. So all in all, this was I enjoyed reviewing the Slim Shady LP with you. This is always fun to do this with you, man.
Oh, I
I have a
agree.
blast as always.
I agree, sir. Absolutely, man. I love doing this.
And what better way to do this than on a 25th anniversary of the Slim Shady LP, especially when he's actually pushing out merch now for his website and stuff like that for this album. And you know, I'm ready for him to release something new.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I hope he does soon. I hope he does soon for sure. I agree.
Alrighty, so that's going to be this is going to be it as far as the intermission goes, guys. I hope that everyone has a great and safe day. Be careful out there on the road and traveling. Listen to us wherever you guys get your podcasts from. Also, too, don't forget this is actually part of the Patreon, and you guys can go on ahead and click the link below if you want to be a Patreon member. This tier is only like $5 to get this.
Nice. Yeah.
So $5 just to hear us talk some shit with and stuff like that, and make a mixtape, and then also too, you also get the Arnold Schwarzenegger book review that I did. You get all that stuff for like $5 for that tier. So,
Absolutely.
so go on ahead, support us over there, and always until next time, guys. Have a great and safe night, and thank you so much, Don, for doing this. I always appreciate you,
Thank you
and
for having me,
look,
man.
you're
Always.
welcome, man. I appreciate you so much, and I can't wait to do this again
Absolutely.
with you. All right,
Of
guys,
course.
that's gonna be it.